Man. So it's looking like Draymond Green and Steven Jackson has shared some words live with each other, man, online. And I would like to highlight everything and break everything down in today's video, man. So let's get started with everything, man. So Steven Jackson, you know, he has been one to call out other players and people for having podcasts. Like him and Matt Barnes is the only guys that's supposed to have podcasts, and everybody else is copying them. Remember, Steven Jackson had said this a while ago, calling out everybody.
We finna really go up for y'all. I'm talking about live, crazy live shows. We talking about live shows where you can smoke and enjoy the show with us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we on our way to. We on the way to some different shit, man. And if anybody try to do it, they gonna copy us like they've been copying all the other stuff we started. Yeah, I said it. Now don't let me pop my collar right quick. Yeah, I can flex right quick. It's a lot that everybody doing their podcast that they stole from us, that we started. Yeah, let's keep it funky. Let's keep it funky. See, they don't want us to start talking like that. They don't want, you know, we getting the big bucks, so we got to be humble. So we gonna stay humble. But just know we know. Just know we know who started this shit. Yeah. And the only people I'm gonna give props to, besides myself and Matt, is Q and Knucklehead Podcast, Q and D Miles. That's the only people I salute that started this shit. My brothers Q and D Miles. You know, everybody else you gotta pay homage.
Why is Steven Jackson acting like he's the first? You know what I mean? Like, you got Q and D Miles podcast, you got other people who had podcasts way before Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, all the smoke. So why is Steven Jackson trying to act like he's like the gatekeeper of podcast, right? But the point I want to make is you don't see Q and D Miles or Gilbert Arenas or anybody who had podcasts way back in the day and started first or whatever. You don't see these guys constantly calling people out or throwing people under the bus for starting their podcasts or just saying weird stuff like Steven Jackson. So that brings us with today's video, man. So Steven Jackson had some words about Draymond Green having a podcast, and he had called him out on live. Draymond Green also fired back as well. And I would like to highlight that after I show you guys this clip. So let's check out what Steven Jackson had to say about Draymond Green live with Jeff T podcast. Here's a clip right here.
Keep it funky. Half the players that's playing they can't do it.
Yeah.
I ain't seen nobody be successful doing it yet. I mean, I'm talking about they successful in the media space. I'm talking about on the court and podcast. Nobody's been successful on both.
Yeah.
Name one.
Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond. But his role is super limited to what he got to do, bro. He ain't like he's not like the guy on the team, like the go-to guy, the star. He just float around and do the dirty work.
You starting shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, Paul. PG. He got a great podcast.
He had to put it down for a minute,
last couple
though.
years, he had to put the podcast down.
I think that's really because of his injuries, bro. And he I'm not going to say he weak
But
mentally.
regardless of what it is, it's hard to do both, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard.
But
It's
if
hard.
if I got a fire show and you step on my ankle because you're trying to guard me all
But
hard,
you
that ain't
also
my
think
fault.
too. I mean, in the social media era, when you're killing your podcast, but they paying you a whole bunch of money, you're not killing on the court.
Yeah.
That's a whole
You
new
can't
world,
do it,
bro.
You can't do it.
Got to keep the first thing
Basketball,
first.
Y'all, and I'm gonna listen to y'all. Y'all did it for real. I'm just saying, basketball is first, but y'all, I can't give y'all an hour of who I am.
Much required. If you're gonna have this podcast, your ass better be performing on that court.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Okay.
That's how everybody gonna look at it.
Nah, I agree with
Especially if I was in Minnesota.
So that's what Steven Jackson said, man. And Draymond Green called wind of what Steven Jackson said. And he went on his Threads account and he had responded to it, because that's where typically Draymond Green has been using his Threads account to respond to people that's been trash talking him or calling him out. And yeah, man, so I guess Draymond Green caught wind of the clip. And this is what Draymond Green said in response. Be sure to hit that like button for me if you haven't already. That helps this YouTube channel continue to grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with all of my current YouTube videos. Peace. So Draymond Green said this, quote, he said, "These guys bark at the darnest things. Sometimes you forget they once had a chance to be more," with a bunch of laughing emojis, man. As you can see, it said this reply was on Threads, which became Green's go-to social media for sharing his opinion. Steven Jackson also made another post. Let's check out what he said in response to what Draymond Green said, calling him out. Here's that clip right here.
Hey.
Don't think. Excuse me. These people not watching y'all. That's having these motherfuckers y'all platform. That's spreading the bull and ain't showing no love and spreading all the bullshit through social media. Don't think these people don't see y'all, the ones that keep giving these motherfuckers the platform. I'm just saying, y'all know I'm a real one. I got love for y'all. If y'all keep doing that, I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all gonna be over before y'all can even make some money. Listen, if you don't have no substance, if you don't have nothing credible on your platform, you're about to be shut down. Just say I told you.
So that's what Steven Jackson put out on his IG page. And a lot of people were speculating that he was throwing shade at Draymond Green or maybe the Pivot podcast, because they did recently have Draymond Green on a couple of months ago, because Draymond Green and Steven Jackson has traded shots at each other online a while ago as well. Or Steven Jackson is trying to send a message out to other people who does sports interviews or whatever, is going to try to, get Draymond Green to come on their show and talk about Steven Jackson calling him out live. And what Stack 5 is trying to say is like, yo, if y'all try to get Draymond Green on, try to emphasize that he had responded back to me online and then try to stir the pot. Don't think that we see what you're doing. And basically he's just saying, he got his eyes and ears open to people that's doing that, and that he's more than likely going to cut them off if they do something like that. But that's just my takeaway from it, man. You just got to speculate because he's trying to talk in code and stuff like that, right? So there's only so much you can speculate. But yeah, man, I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. How do you guys feel about today's video? How do you guys feel about Steven Jackson constantly throwing shots at former ball players with podcasts, or even people with podcasts? Because you remember, he was throwing shots at Drink Champs and Nori for having a podcast. And that's the reason why Nori had to come on Fat Joe podcast and call out Steven Jackson. And he had revealed that Steven Jackson got like this weird tension with him over the Drink Champs podcast.
You made a comment, you said, the only podcast that matters is Drink Champs, Joe Button, and $1 million worth of game.
That hurt you?
No, it never hurts me, because I do a lot of shit to hurt him that he don't ever get hurt, so I can't get hurt.
Right.
We can't even fuck with each other.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
No, we can't.
But what I'm saying is, I've seen a lot of other podcasts. Steve Jack, this is my brother. A bunch of them put in work. A lot of guys are doing their thing.
I feel like Steve Jackson is a hater.
No.
This is his second time. This is his second time hating on me. Like, what?
No,
what
because he been doing. You see, you got to understand.
I thought we was all family.
We are.
I thought so too. Like, this is, and if he had a problem, he should have handled that. You know what I mean? But I seen him a couple times, like, and he didn't say nothing to me, and I didn't say nothing to him. It wasn't no beef. What happened?
I believe he was talking to the statement like, they putting in work in the podcast. It's a lot of guys, Carmelo. There's a lot of different guys putting in a lot of work. Yeah. When you just say, yo, we the three that matter. Everybody else who don't put in, us, we don't care. We just new in the game. And I don't give a anyway. So I'm different. But is there any way to say, all right, why did you come up with that decision?
I don't know.
He was feeling
it's actually the truth. But it's the truth when they say like this. When it comes to hip hop podcasts, we led the way. 1,000,000%. All right. Who invented the podcast space, period? It's Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. Anybody, we all owe them a check.
Gotta give Ice-T some credit too.
No, I'm getting there. Peter Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. That's the first podcast ever, right? Then when you come to artist podcast, first artist podcast was Ice-T. Right? Then after that, this was a nerd space.
Combat Jack,
yes. Combat Jack.
My man in jail, no nerd.
Yeah, no. No, but what I'm saying, that overall, that's what it was for. This was like a nerd space. What I'm trying to say, of course, other podcasts matter. Of course, I'm on this show. I'm doing other shows. Of course that. But what I'm saying is, who led the way in this podcast?
It's the golden era.
Yes.
I feel in hip hop. Yes. It's LL Cool J. It's Salt and Pepper.
So, if I say that, if I say something like, I'm the best, and you offended, what does that mean about you? I'm saying, this is my... I monkey foot this game. I got the viewers every single month.
All the best.
I don't have to clout chase. Hold on.
No, you guys are the best.
I don't have to clout chase.
All the kids.
I don't have to diss other podcasts. What I was trying to say was that's the podcast that matters in this milestone at this moment. At this moment leading up. Now, of course, there's going to be other people. Of course, there's going to be other people.
So yeah, man, you know, that's just wild that Steven Jackson is acting like that over people having podcasts, man. You know, there's room for everybody. I don't see the white podcast doing stuff like this, trying to gatekeep and keep people from creating their own podcasts. I be seeing these guys start their own networks, hire their entire friends, have a show with their friends, have their friends come on right after their show and stuff like that, man. So, you know, all of this stuff that Steven Jackson is doing, in my opinion, is just real petty, man. So yeah, guys, share your thoughts about today's video. Hit that like button if you make this far in the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.